Hello, Regis students. How are you today? So we're into the this is the last video. We're into the lab 11, and it is duplicating 11.2. Okay, the training section, and so we're still going to be using the same animal type structure, and you have three parts. So in part 1, you're going to just be adding the attributes to the initialization. And then in part 2, you're going to go do composition, and you're going to work with the helper class called caller. And then the final one is using polymorphism with multiple animal subclasses. So you have a great reference to do this, but it's important for you to experience this in these parts. And so I got a nice little summary tree here, but it's important so structurally you have in your head the mechanics of what you did to do that. And whereas a lot of the other prior code and the examples I'm having you run, observe, but you have to really kind of add, you have to put your boots on the ground. So what does that mean? Well, what it means is in each section I give you at the top what the goal is and then the tasks. So you can put the tasks, print them on a little sheet if you want, however you feel best to do that. But then what I did for you is there will be commented areas where you have your to-dos to go and do. So it's really straightforward. Some of them will be in red, some of them might be in a green. But I try to give you the specific place where to go so you can just get right to do the work. And then you're going to list the we're in the class dog, and so you have to just make up whether you're going to put the breed name or you're going to do color. You're deciding that, okay? But it runs independent. All right, so this is independent of the next code block. So you do the work here, and but it's saying, oh, there's a to-do. All right, so that means you have to change the argument here. Okay, so any place where there's a to-do, that's where make sure you have to do them all, and then you'll be able to run it, and I give you the sanity check to compare to it. Okay, pretty cool, huh? So inheritance and composition. So this is there's more tasks in here because it's bigger. I mean, you've got three. We got the superclass, we have the subclass, then we have the caller, which is the helper class, and then we have the dog methods at the end for the Rex to go for a walk. So I know that it's a little juicy, okay, but again, it's listed with the to-dos in each section, and I'm confident that you'll be able to piece this part together. Okay. Now, for polymorphism, it's listed right the same. What your goal is, what are your tasks? Okay. But the to-dos, everything is going to make sense. Okay. All the other stuff is going to make sense, but the only complicated part is in part 3 when you have to remember how you're going to loop over the animals. And so I tried to give you some pointers that you don't need to have another loop. You don't have to have an if-then, but you need to be able to say, is it going to be a cat? Is it going to be a bird? So you kind of have to just go and figure this out, right where the just is, line 66 to 68. All right, but it's not that complicated. And but this should give you then the mechanics as well as a good overview of inheritance. The next lesson is going to be going into databases. So I really appreciate your time here as we're out at lesson 11. So we'll have lesson, today is the 21st, Friday. I'm finishing this off. But I might even have a draft of the database one out today. So, all right, thank you.